Hello everyone! This hour on Verbling, the next in my Learning Through Pictures series. Today we are going to work on making an omelet and more recipes. So in just a minute, when everyone comes in, I'm going to share a set of pictures which you're going to describe, and we're going to learn how to make recipes. And I've got a few recipes I'd like your opinion about. See if you can figure out what they are and how to make them. So let's give everyone a minute or two to come in, and I'll do a little introduction while we're waiting. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. You can see my name there on the screen, I hope. I just put it up. And I'm an American teacher coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. I've taught over 1,000 classes on Verbling since joining in February of 2013. But over the last 15 years, I've also taught general English in the classroom to teens and adults, business English, particularly online, to major multinationals, exam courses like the TOEFL and IELTS and others. So basically, you should click on my link. Follow me to see all my upcoming classes, and whatever your particular problem is in English, I will help you solve it. We'll make a customized learning plan, and we will try to get you to your goal as fast as possible. Just send me a message first, because I'm a little bit booked up. So that's a little bit about me. Let's say hello to all of you. Who do we have here? We've got, well, I think I saw T come in first. How are you, T? Oh, no, it's not T. It's the conspirator.
Hello.
That's what it is.
Hello, teacher. My name is Salvo.
Salvo. Hello,
Yes.
Salvo. How are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
I'm good. Where are you from, Salvo?
Italy.
Whereabouts? Italy is a big country.
South Italy, Sicily.
From Sicily. From Palermo?
No, Catania.
Ah, okay, very good. Nice to see you. And so I gotta remember Salvo, not the conspirator. Salvo. Okay. I'll try to remember.
I can change my name on a Verbling setting.
I have no idea. Probably, but I don't know. I can't do it now anyway. But
I
maybe
will
there's
try
a way.
later.
Otherwise, everyone's going to call you the conspirator. Let's say hello to Tatiana. Welcome back, Tatiana. How are you?
Fine, thanks, teacher. And you?
Very good. Nice to see you again. And we have a new face here. Looks like, is it Kisi? Am I saying your name right? Kisi? Or Casey?
Yes.
Oh, maybe it's Casey.
Hi.
How do I pronounce your name? Is it Casey or Kisi?
Katie.
Casey. And where are you from, Casey?
Peru. I am from Peru.
Oh, can't hear you. Say again?
Peru.
We have a connection problem. It's a little hard to hear you, Casey. I'll tell you what. We'll go. If we're having trouble later on, then I might ask you to leave and rejoin. Sometimes that fixes the problem with the microphone. Okay? And welcome back, the esteemed Dr. Shinue. Nice to see you this morning.
Hi,
Yeah.
teacher.
You have graduated to doctor today. You are now Dr. Shinue. I bestow this upon you. You have now elevated from student to doctor. How are you?
I just came back after swimming in the river.
Okay. Me too, actually. No, I'm just kidding. Is
I
that
am very enthusiastic in your class.
now, were you swimming in a river for exercise, or was this because you were trying to survive? There wasn't a flood, was there? You weren't running away from bandits or something. You were just exercising, right?
I just doing some exercise.
Ah, okay. What about swimming pools? Why rivers?
For a beginner, you should go to the swimming pool.
That's right. Like me, a beginner. I swim like this. That's how I do it.
You're swimming like a duck.
It's more sinking than swimming, but yes. I don't know what my problem is. I needed a good swimming teacher. Oh, and I can't forget Mr. Jose and Mr. Alexander at the end there. Hello, guys. How are you?
Fine, I'm doing well.
Very good.
And you, John?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Yes.
And Alexander?
I'm all right as well.
I'm all right as well. What's wrong with your voice, Alexander?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Like a monster.
I know. You sounded like a character from the new Star Wars film. I'm all right. Okay, Mr. Alexander, I want you to take a look at this. Not just Alexander, all of you. Take a look at this. We are going to learn about recipes. And I've got a few mystery recipes at the end I want you to guess about. But first, let's learn about how to make an omelet. So you can see I put all the steps for you there in the pictures. We're going to try to identify everything we see in each picture one at a time, and then we're going to go through the whole recipe, and then I'm going to give you a few recipes I want you to try to figure out. Okay? So I'm going to go in the order that I see you. I see first Shinwei, and then I forgot your name already. Salvo. And then Tatiana, Casey, Jose, and Alexander. So, here we go. Let's zoom in a little closer. Shinwei, tell me what you see in the first picture. You've got A, B, C, and D. Can you name all those ingredients?
Eggs. Oh no, 4 eggs.
Wait a second. It's first Mr. Shinwei. By the way, I'm having a cat emergency. I have to get my cat because he's going to destroy my things. Hang on 1 second, everyone. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Sometimes my cat likes to jump on my desk and knock everything over, but I got him. Mr. Shinwei, what do you see in the first picture? What are those ingredients?
In the first picture, I see some eggs, milk, and salt, butter.
Excellent. Now we're going to be really specific here. So, couple of eggs. Okay.
A.
Good enough. A. B.
Milk.
Yeah, but what is that object? That cardboard thing that the milk is inside of? Do you know what we call it?
Can you repeat your question?
I will try. Here we go. What is that cardboard material that the milk is inside of? What is that paper material that the milk is stored inside of? It's not a cup of milk. What is it? Not a cup, it's not a glass. What is that container called? Do you know?
I don't know.
Uh-oh, class? What do we call that kind of container? Does anyone know? Brainstorm, class. Work as a group. Teamwork is important. Salvo? What do you think?
Case.
Not a case. A case would be...
Bag.
Not a box either. A case would be really big. A box would be more square. That is a carton of milk. Carton of milk, letter B.
Carton of milk. Okay.
Excellent. Shinwei, we're still on you. What do we call those specific things in C and D? You're right, it's salt, and you're right, it's butter. But look at the container. It's not a carton of salt. It's not a glass of salt. Do you know what we call that? This is a good word. Make a guess.
A glass of salt. A cup of salt. I don't know. I'm not a cake. I'm not a chef.
Let's ask the group. Group? Not a glass, not a cup, but letter C would be a what of salt? And Mr. T, you can also give some advice out there in the chat window. No one? Really? Going once? Say again,
Salt?
please.
I
Yeah,
know.
but what do we call the container that it's in? Do you know? So we'd say B is a carton of milk, and C
Jar
is
or pot?
good
Pot?
guess. Pot would be really big, and it would be made of metal.
Yes.
A jar could be glass, but this is small, and it's got holes in the top. So we call it a shaker of salt.
Shaker of salt.
A shaker of salt,
Shaker.
because you shake it. Okay, and finally we have D, that is butter, but look at the shape. So we don't just say butter, we say something of butter.
Shaker.
A something of butter. Going once? Going twice?
D, you asked us to answer. What's the letter D?
Mm-hmm. And we're missing a word. It's butter, but it's a what of butter? There's a name for that shape.
Piece. A piece.
Piece,
of
a
butter.
piece
A
piece
piece of
butter.
butter?
You're getting close, though. Almost. Not a piece. The answer is a stick of butter. A stick of butter. Take a look in the chat window. A stick of butter. So, specifically, some eggs, a carton of milk, a shaker of salt, and a stick of butter. And let's see what else we've got. Picture number 1, Mr. Salvo. Picture number 1. I want you to tell me, what is the first step in making an omelet according to picture number 1? You're going to use the language that you know, and I'm going to correct you and give you some suggestions. Okay, so say it in your way first. Picture number 1.
Broke.
Broke.
Broke 4 eggs in a recipient. No.
Not exactly. We got to say that in a simpler way. Not a recipient, but
Bowl.
in a bowl. Yeah, that could be it. In a little bowl. And do what? And what's the action?
No, I don't know.
Okay, remember, broke is
Turn around your fork.
turn around your fork. Almost. We've got a special word for this. It's beat. We say beat the eggs. Beat the
Stir.
eggs.
Stir. Mixing.
Yeah, beat means stir or mix. But don't ask me why. For some reason in English we say beat the eggs, which means to mix. But we say beat. Specifically, beat. I have no idea why we say beat, but we do. So, Salvo, you just need a little connector to show the sequence of actions. So, first, then, next, last. Try again. First you do what?
Beat 4 eggs in a bowl.
But to get the eggs out of the shell, you have to... First you said broke. I want to use a different word. Not broke, because that would be the past of break. And here we're speaking in the present. Okay?
Broke.
And what's the
Broke
present?
for eggs.
Present tense. Present.
Break.
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 Now, break is good, but a better word would be crack.
Correct.
Crack for eggs, because you crack them open.
You can
In-
write.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat window in just 2 seconds. Repeat after me, Salvo. First, you crack 4 eggs into a bowl.
First, you crack 4 eggs into a bowl.
Then you, what's that word? Not mix, but you, remember the word? You beat.
And you beat it.
You beat it, or you beat the eggs.
Eggs.
And if you really want to be clear, you could say by mixing rapidly. If you really want to be clear, you could say it like that. Beat and mix mean the same. Okay?
Mixing it up. Okay.
Excellent. Tatiana, we're on to you for picture number 2.
You add milk and salt in bowl.
Very good, very good. Milk and what was the second? Milk and
Custom. Milk and salt.
oh no, it's not salt. It's actually butter. It's actually, I think so. Yeah. The picture is supposed to be. Hang on a second. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh no! Picture 2. Yes, you're right. Salt. Yes. Now, Tatiana,
Yes.
how much milk and how much salt?
Shaker of salt and I think 1 glass or carton of milk.
Oh, you're making a very big omelet if you're going to use a carton of milk. That is a very big omelet. How about this?
One glass.
Not 1 glass.
Yes.
A quarter cup of milk. Because look, the milk is at the bottom. So a quarter cup of milk. And what kind of spoon is that? Class, all of you, what kind of spoon is that? What do we call a little spoon? A little spoon. Say again?
Half spoon of salt.
That's the right idea. We don't actually say half spoon. You know what we say? We say teaspoon. Because the little spoons are for tea. So, is it a full? Yeah.
Half teaspoon of salt.
That's right. Half teaspoon. So I can say in the chat window, you'll see a half teaspoon of salt. Okay? And so Tatiana, our connector word, remember we're going to use first, then, next, or first, then, after that, finally, to talk about the sequence. So Tatiana, I want to hear steps 1 and 2 together.
Sure.
1 and 2. First,
One.
blah, 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 blah. Then, blah, blah, blah.
First, you crack 4 eggs into a bowl by mixing rapidly.
Good.
When you add a quarter cup of milk and a half teaspoon of salt.
Okay, very good, very good. And I'll give you one more suggestion. You can say add, like you did, it's fine. But you can also use the word beat as well. So you could say, then you beat in, that means to add, beat in a quarter cup of milk, and a half teaspoon of salt. So you can say add, you could say mix, or you could say beat in. Beat in means to mix into the mixture, to add to the mixture. Okay? So,
Okay.
now we've got some good ingredients, and we've got our first 2 steps of our omelet already there. By the way, welcome to Yulia, who's just joining us right now. Hello, Yulia.
Yeah.
How are you?
Hello. Hello, teacher. Hi, everyone. Thank you. I'm fine.
Excellent. Guess what? We're learning how to make an omelet, Yulia.
Yes.
On the top, Shinue identified eggs, milk, salt, and butter.
Mm-hmm.
And I added some vocabulary. Some eggs, a carton of milk, a shaker of salt, a stick of butter.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting to step 3 in our recipe. So listen to steps 1 and 2 from Casey, and she's going to add step 3 as well. And then I'm going to get to you, Mr. Shinue.
Teacher, I have a question for you.
Go for it.
What's the container of containing the mixture?
Oh, someone said earlier a bowl. Salvo said a bowl, and that's okay. It looks like a bowl to me. The purple-looking thing, I think it's just a bowl.
Bowl.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
If you can think of something else, let me know. I can't think of anything else. I think it's a bowl.
Bowl.
Okay, Casey, take a look at picture number 3. Casey, picture number 3.
In number 3, you put a stick of butter.
I hope not a stick of butter. That's a lot of butter. How much butter? How much butter?
A quarter. I don't know, a little.
Hang on a second.
One so.
Give me just a second here. Okay, so look, let's say like this. Look at the spoon, right? Look at the spoon. Now you've got, let's see. You've got 2 spoons, Casey, right?
Yeah.
Both spoons have butter, but these spoons, these spoons are bigger. These spoons are bigger than before. Here, you see a little spoon, and we said it's a, what do we call a little spoon?
Teaspoon.
Earlier, teaspoon, correct. Here we have a big spoon. Does anyone know what we call a big spoon? Not a teaspoon. I'll give you a hint. It begins with the T.
A half teaspoon.
No, not a
of
teaspoon.
butter?
Not a teaspoon. Does anyone know before we go on? Class, what do we call a big spoon in English? A big one. Anyone know? Anyone? The answer is a tablespoon is what we call a big spoon. A tablespoon. So in this picture, we have 1 full and 1/2. So we say 1.5 tablespoons of butter. Okay? So Casey, those are the ingredients. Tell me what happens in step 3.
Yeah. You put a tablespoon of butter.
Into what?
I don't remember.
What word? You tell me the word you think it is, and we'll see if we all agree. Maybe there's a better word. But what do you think we call that thing? The thing that we fry.
A skillet.
Very good. Skillet is correct. Skillet. Okay? And you can say put, or you can say melt in, because the butter will melt. So you melt in. Whoops, I left out an important thing in the chat window. Casey, how much butter did we add? Do you remember what I said a moment ago? How much butter do we add?
A tablespoon.
Well, There's one full and one half. So
So, can you repeat, please?
there's not one spoon, there's two. So if there's two, we're going to say you melt in a tablespoon and a half. A tablespoon and a half of butter. Look at the chat window. You see it?
Yeah, sí, yeah.
Okay. So, Casey, I want to hear steps 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to put them on the screen. See if you can go through all 3 steps. First, then, after that.
You put
First, I want to hear first.
number first. You crack 4 eggs
Yeah,
in the bowl.
yeah.
Then you beat the eggs.
Excellent.
Then you beat in a quarter of milk.
Excellent.
And half teaspoon of salt.
Very good. And after that?
Then
Say this, after that, Casey?
After
that?
After that, you
Good.
put a tablespoon and a half of butter into a skillet.
Into a skillet. Excellent. Excellent. Very good, very good. By the way, let's just say a quick hello to Min. Hello, Min. How are you?
Hello, teacher.
Hello,
I'm
Min.
fine, thank you.
Very good, very good. We are learning about how to make an omelet, and we're going to look at other recipes after this. So right now we're going to learn the language of explaining a recipe. Okay? So,
Yeah.
we're going to go now to Mr. Jose for number 4. What happens in number 4?
What happened in number 4?
You give your best guess, and then I'll correct you if we need it. So what's happening in number 4?
He or she is frying, no?
Well, before we fry, what's the action of taking
I know in number 4.
Yeah,
He is,
number 4.
in number 4. He is in number 4. In number 4. He is throw in the skill the mixture.
Throw? Really?
Throw no. He is.
Listen, Jose.
He's.
Jose, wait. If I throw the mixture, it's gonna go everywhere. Listen.
Get in.
Let's try.
Get into the skillet. Into the skillet the mixture.
We've got an even better word. What do we call it when we put a liquid?
Put it.
Wait. I heard it. Someone said it.
Pour.
Yeah, pour. So the verb is to pour, like
pour.
This. Oh, hold on. Okay. And
Pour. Okay.
that's it. Okay. Now, Jose.
Yes. He or she pour the mixture in the skillet.
But we're not going to describe he or she. We're going to say you. Because we're talking about the steps. We're talking about how to make the steps. How to make food. So we always say you.
You.
Or you've got 2 choices. You can say you, or you can just say the verb. For example, first put, then pour. After that, mix.
Okay.
Or first you put, you pour, you mix. Okay. Now, let's try to take it very quickly, Mr. Jose, from number 1.
From number 1. Okay.
Number 1 to 4. Go for it.
First, you crack 4 eggs into a bowl. Beat the eggs by mixing rapidly.
Good.
And then sorry. 440 then you beat the eggs by mixing rapidly, and then you put a quarter cup of milk, then
And
and a half
half.
and a half teaspoon of salt. Then
Excellent.
you beat in a quarter cup of milk and a half teaspoon of salt.
After that,
After that, a tablespoon.
after that, 1.5. Look at the picture. There's 2. So 1.5.
Yes.
1.5 tablespoons.
When a half a tablespoon, you put melt of butter into a skillet.
Say it like this.
Yes.
You melt in 1.5 tablespoons of butter to a skillet. You melt in 1.5 tablespoons of butter into a skillet. Like that.
You melt in.
Good. How much?
You melt in.
How much butter? 1.5. We're working on accuracy here. How much butter? 1.5 tablespoons.
Okay.
1.5.
You melt in a tablespoon and half of butter into a skillet.
Okay, and then?
And then to pour.
Not to pour, but pour. The verb is to pour, but you could just say...
Okay. Then you pour into the skillet.
Excellent. You're only missing one word. What do you pour into the skillet? What can we call that?
The mixture.
The mixture. Pour the mixture into the...
You pour the mixture into the skillet.
Fantastic. Excellent. Okay, and Yulia, what about picture 5? Can you see what's happening in picture 5?
I think the butter and eggs liquid, melted, and bubbling.
So how can we say that in a concise, easy way in picture 5? You can see that the stove is on, and what's happening in the pan? It's not just melting, but you put the heat on, and what happens?
Omelet begins to cook and firm up.
Exactly. Very good. So number 5 would be something like, then cook it over how much heat? A lot of heat or a little heat?
A little heat.
A little heat. So we're going to say cook it over a low flame. If it's gas, we're going to say flame or low flame or low heat. And you said firm it, right? Firm it?
Yes,
so
yes.
Let it firm up. So
Firm
if you want to
up.
say, yeah, that's right. Firm up like this. Okay? Julia, how fast can you say the steps from 1 to 5? How fast can you go?
Oh, first, so I can tell that I need to take 4 eggs or without it. Just only beat the eggs, or crack the eggs into a bowl, then put crack the eggs into a bowl, add 1 cup of milk.
1/4 cup of milk.
1 1/4 cup of milk and a half tea
spoon.
And a half teaspoon of salt. Then beat well with a fork.
Good. After that? After that?
When the skillet,
after
that? When the skillet will be ready, add get hot. Add 1.5 tablespoon of butter.
Good.
And when the skillet will get hot, add eggs and butter is
not the eggs, but the mixture. Add the mixture.
Add the mixture on the skillet.
And then cook it. And then cook it.
And then cook it. Yes. Over on the
Low.
on the low. I forgot how.
It's in the chat window. Cook
Yes,
it.
yes, I know. I used Hangouts, and it's really hard to me to look at the chat. Cook it over a low flame.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Now, just be careful, Yulia. Be careful because when you say when, you can't follow when with will. It's not possible in English. So you can't say when it will be hot. You can say when it is hot.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Right? So remember, after when, no will. Just the present.
Okay,
yeah,
thanks.
That's right. Okay, excellent. Okay, we're almost at the end of our first recipe. I've got a few others to share with you. We're almost at the end. Let's go to the next person I saw was, after Yulia was, I think Min. I think you're the next. Hello, Min.
Yes.
Now take a look at number 6. We're up to number 6. What's happening in number 6?
I think they put the sports into the mixtures. Maybe they want to check the omelette cook or not.
Exactly, yeah. They want to test the omelet. Exactly. So how are we going to say that in a nice, easy, simple, concise way? What's the name of that object that's sticking into the omelet? What's the name of that object? It's not a spoon. What is it?
Put
with an F.
Put the pork into the
a fork. Fork.
Pork. Yeah.
With a K. Fork. Fork.
Pork.
Yeah.
That's very good. Good.
Fork.
And we're gonna. Very good. You are. Sometimes Shinue's voice sounds different. I don't know what it is. And we're gonna say not put, but stick. Stick.
Yeah, stick.
Okay. So what are we doing? Yeah. We are. Then you do what? Stick a. So let's say that in one sentence. Stick a fork. Good.
Yeah. Into the mixtures.
Yeah. Stick a fork into the mixture.
And to see how the mixture cooked or not.
Very good. To see if it's cooked or not. And I'm going to say instead of if, we're going to say whether. Sounds better. Okay.
Whether.
So take a look at the chat window. See it?
Yes.
Okay.
Stick a fork to see whether it's cooked or not.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's we could say many things. We could say, for example, stick a fork in the soft spots to permit the heat to penetrate the bottom. You know, because it'll cook in some places and not others. But I like what you said too. Min, I want to hear steps 1 to 6 as fast as you can. Remember the connectors. I'm going to write them for you too. The connectors are first, whoops, you're going to see these in just a second. First, and after that, and then you can keep saying and then after that until you get to the last step and you say finally. So your connectors are there in the last message in the chat window. Then let's hear steps 1 to 6 as fast as you can.
Yes. First, you need some ingredients for eggs and sauce, butter, and milk, and then you stir the eggs in the bowls,
and then
put a spoon of half spoon of sauce and
or water of
Water? No,
milk.
that's milk. Milk. So a half
Yeah.
teaspoon and a quarter
Half-
cup.
And a quarter cup.
A quarter cup of milk. That's right. In English, we
Yes.
say a quarter cup.
Yeah, a quarter cup of milk, and stir it slowly. Yeah.
Oh, slowly, quickly, whatever you want. Remember, you can say stir or you can say beat. Beat the
Oh,
mixture.
beat
Beat.
the
B-E-A-T.
mixture. Yeah.
Good. And after that?
And after that, put a tablespoon and half of butter
Good. Into the
into the pan.
pan or skillet. You can say both. Into the
Yes.
frying pan or into the skillet. Excellent. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
And then
Then you pour the mixture into the skillet.
and then number
And
5. Yeah, after that?
After that, then put it on the cooker and cook it with low heat.
Very good. Low
Yeah.
heat. Okay. And then number 6.
And then stick the pork into the mixture. Check whether it cooked or not.
Excellent, excellent. And we're back to the beginning with Mr. Shinyue. You finish it up for us, number 7 and 8. They go together. What do we do in 7 and 8, Shinyue?
Number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7. It's big a challenge. I don't know the two rules.
You remember, it's going to burn if you don't move it around, right? So what's happening in number 7 to stop the bottom from burning?
You should turn the cooked cover back.
Very good. It's close. Not turn, but flip. Flip. Flip sounds a lot better. So it would be something like this. Flip the omelet over. You can say it in many ways. I'm going to give you one version. Flip the omelet over with, do you know what that instrument is called? That flat instrument? It's got a very funny name. Does anyone know, class, before I tell you? What do we call that flat thing we can use to flip the omelet over in picture 7?
Spatola?
Very good. That's because it's an Italian word, isn't it?
Yes.
In English we say spatula.
Spatula.
Exactly. Sometimes the T is pronounced like ch, like chow. Chow, spatula.
Spatula.
Excellent, spatula. Excellent. And since you're here, Mr. Salvo, what about 8? How would you summarize picture number 8?
Give the omelet at your client.
I don't know if he's a client. maybe he's your brother. I don't know who that is.
Brother, okay. Or serve it.
Serve it.
Serve it.
Serve it with a smile. You should always smile when you serve it. Okay, Salvo?
Yes, okay.
Excellent. All right. I'm going to go through this really quickly because I want you to have one version from a native speaker from beginning to end. Later, I have a cold today, that's why I keep sniffing. Later, you could go and rewatch this part of the video if you want to get some practice. And I have the steps written down for you in the notes. which you'll see on page 7 and 8 of the notes. And I'll give you the link at the end of class if you don't have it. So, let's listen from the beginning. First, gather your ingredients together. You need some eggs, a carton of milk, a shaker of salt, and a stick of butter to make your omelet. Okay, well, first of all, crack 4 eggs into a bowl and begin to beat them. And then add a 1/4 cup of milk and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and beat it into the mixture. After that, add a 1.5 tablespoons of butter into a skillet and allow it to melt, or we could say melt in a 1.5 tablespoons of butter into a skillet. And once it's melted, you then add the mixture to the skillet and cook it over a low heat, allowing it to firm up. After that, you should test the mixture by sticking a fork in to see if it's cooked all the way through. And once it appears to be cooked, you want to flip the omelet over with a spatula so that it doesn't burn on the bottom and that it cooks evenly. Finally, serve it with a smile to your guest, customer, or whoever that guy is sitting there in the picture. Maybe it's your brother, I don't know. And that is how you make an omelet. And now you know how to make an omelet, right? Am I right? Am I right? Yeah?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Now, I'm going to give you a chance to make something of your own. But first, I want to ask you about some recipes, classic American recipes. So I want you to tell me if you can identify what this food is, name the dish, and then we'll see if we can pick 1 or 2 and decide how they're made. Okay? So let's see if we can go to, let's start here. What is this dish? Who wants it? Classic American dish.
Oh my god.
Classic American dish. What do you think it is, Julia?
I really don't know because I've heard this excellent dish the first time.
Okay,
It's
what
a
is it? What does it look like to you?
It's a banana covered by bacon and melted cheese. I don't know.
Yum, yum. Excellent. We're going to go through and guess some of these, and then I'm going to tell you what the actual dish is. Yum. Classic American bacon-covered banana cheese melt. Yum. Excellent. Start to think about how you would say that in a recipe. Start to think about that. It might be your job. Give me a second here. What about this one? Yum. Can you name the dish? Can you name the dish? Casey, this one is for you. Casey, are you there?
I don't know what is.
Oh, yum. Look at that. Yum, yum. It's an all-American favorite.
I never see.
I've never seen this either. Want to take a guess what that is?
It's
Any guesses?
it's potato and sausages.
I see potato chips. Oh, or not potato chips, but what do we call that? Potato chips are crispy. Those are
Baked potato? No.
not baked potatoes. It's blanking on the word. Oh, what is it? I don't know. I can't think of the word. It's not potato chips because they would be crispy, hard, and cold. So these are. I'm blanking on the word. I can't remember. But okay, potatoes. fried potato slices. Okay, and we don't say sausages. What's the American version of sausages? What do you have at a baseball game? Not a sausage.
Forgot this word.
Anyone? Come on, baseball game. Come on. I'll give you a hint. It's hot. I'll give you another hint. What animal makes this sound? Arf! Arf!
Hot dog.
It's a hot dog. The all-American curly hot dog with...
Hot dog.
Oh.
slices of something. I don't know what that is. Okay, that's your next mystery dish. See if you can guess this one. Mr. Mr. Shinue, this one is for you. And yes, this is this is a food. This is a food. And it goes well with the candle.
Go ahead, Shinue. Go ahead.
And you asked me to describe this recipe.
Well, do your best. What's the mystery dish? This is only served in certain institutions in the United States. Not served everywhere. It's a specialty. If you had to name this dish, don't say anything pornographic, okay? If you had to name this dish, what would you call it?
A friend of mine invited me to take part in a banquet.
Okay.
The food is very expensive. I eat lots of food I have never eaten before.
Like this.
Whatever. This food is like a kind of art.
It is. It is a kind of art. Not good art, but it is a kind of art.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know what this dish is called?
I don't know. Only you know the name because you make the document.
This is the famous American banana candle. Yum. Banana candles. It looks appetizing, doesn't it? Yeah. I think I've got one more. Hold on. What is the mystery dish? Tatiana, this one's for you. What is the mystery dish? Doesn't that look scrumptious?
I think this fish with bread with rice and with lemon.
Yeah, looks like lemon. Yeah. What kind of fish is that? Can you tell?
Fish. Is I think this red fish.
Red fish.
Yes.
It's a salmon?
It is salmon. Yeah, we say salmon.
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 Without L.
You write the L, but you don't say it.
Salmon.
So it's some kind of stuffed salmon with rolls. Those are called, the bread is called rolls. Rolls, I think that's rice. I can't tell. And Brussels sprouts. Yum, Brussels sprouts.
Yes.
Yum, yum. And it's covered with disgusting processed cheese. Yum. Very good, very good. Okay, I think I got one more. Hold on. I can't turn the page. Hold on. Wait. Here, one more. This is a back to food art. Back to food art. Salvo, what do you think this is? This is like molecular cuisine served at the finest restaurants of Sicily. Am I right, Salvo? What does it look like?
It's meat, a kind of meat.
Yeah.
With a glass of orange cream.
Oh, with a glaze. We could say a glaze. Yeah, absolutely. And what does it look like? Does it remind you of something? Does it remind you of a kind of a house, maybe?
Yes, look like north house.
Igloo.
Igloo. Okay, yes.
Igloo.
Igloo.
Glue, glue.
So this is a meatloaf and potato igloo with an orange glaze. Yum! Am I right? Yum! Who wouldn't want a meatloaf and potato igloo? Yum!
Yes.
Would you serve this to your guests, Salvo?
I don't get it. Can you repeat?
Would you serve this with a smile if you were?
Oh, yes.
Of course.
Of course.
This is a traditional Sicilian dish, the meatloaf and mashed potato igloo. And by the way, if you want the link, click this link and you got the presentation directly there. Okay, this last one is the mystery dish. If you can figure out what this is, you win the prize. Min, I want you to make the first guess for us. Min, what do you think this is? Because I can't figure it out.
It's, I don't know. It's a mixture of
It's
salad
covered.
and covered with salad and lemons.
It's got a lemon,
And
yeah. So
it's
a slice of lemon, a bit of salad, yeah.
I think maybe it's mashed avocado.
Ah, maybe you're right. Yeah. I could see that. Yeah, maybe it's avocado on the outside. Yeah.
Yes.
What's on the inside?
Inside it's very,
inside
very...
it's a mixture of
You win the prize if you can figure it out, because I can't.
it could be a mixture of meat.
It could be some. It could be. Yeah. Could be.
No,
I don't have.
think it's a meat.
I don't. What do you think it is?
It's red.
It is red. It's kind of creamy. I don't have the answer. I can't figure it out. That's why I'm sure.
Maybe pate.
Maybe what?
Pate.
Paste?
Pate. P-A-T-E.
Oh, pate.
Pate. Yes, pate.
Ah, yeah, maybe it is pate. I think it's sort
pickles?
of a... And pickles, yeah, yum.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah, that looks really good. This is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my entire life. Well, here's your homework. I want you to send it to me in the message window, and I'm going to correct it and send it back if you want a little extra practice. You can also get the vocabulary from today by going directly to our notes, and the notes are here in the chat window. And I'm going to leave you with this thought. So something to think about during the weekend. Have you seen this restaurant before?
No.
The Frog and the Peach Southern Buffet? $8 specials? I want you to...
All these recipes from this restaurant, yes?
Exactly. They're all from this recipe. And here's a recent interview with the owner of the restaurant, Sir Arthur. Julia, I'd like you to read the reporter. Okay?
Yeah.
And let's see. And let's get someone new in here. Casey, I'd like you to read Arthur. Let's hear. I'm going to leave you with this for today. Go ahead, Julia.
We'd like to ask Sir Arthur actually about his rather unique restaurant, the Frog and Peach.
Good evening.
Good evening. If you would tell us something about it, Sir Arthur.
Yes, well, the idea for the Frog and Peach came to me in the bath. A great number of things come to me in the bath, mainly sort of mosquitoes and others, but in the case a rather stupendous idea. Stupendous idea. I suddenly thought, as I was scrubbing my back with a loofah. I don't know what is the pronunciation.
Loofah. It's the thing that takes off the skin, takes off the extra skin. Yum. Go ahead. I thought what?
I thought, where can a young couple who are having an evening out, not too much money, and they want to have a decent meal, There's some frog and nice bit of peach. Where can they go and get it? And elsewhere came there none. And so I had this idea of starting a restaurant specializing in these frog legs and peaches, and on the premise I built this restaurant.
And the Frog and the Peach was born. And all of our recipes today were from the Frog and the Peach. I'll leave you with one final thought. The main dish is frog à la pêche, which is frog done in contro with a peach stuffed in its mouth. And then there's peach à la frog, which is not really much to write home about. A waiter comes to your table, gets this huge peach covered in boiled liquor, slices it open to reveal thousands of tiny black tadpoles squiggling about. It's one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen, and it makes me sick just to think about it. And that is the signature dish of the Frog and the Peach. So, think about your recipes. If you like, write your recipe up, send it to me in the message window. I'll correct it and send it back. And you can share it with us directly in the next Learning from Pictures, Friday at 10 GMT. I'm going to be back in 30 seconds to start our reading class. Great short stories, The School by Donald Barthelin. Great job, everyone.
Okay.
Send me your recipes. Have a good
Bye-bye.
weekend.
Thank you so much.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.